From the SNC World Headquarters in New York, I'm Haley Bianco, and here are the stories we're following at this hour. Police in Florida say 2 people were killed and 6 others were wounded in 2 shootings that took place among thousands during a Halloween street celebration in downtown Orlando. Officers responded to a report of shots fired in the city's downtown shortly after 1 a.m. Friday. A second shooting happened minutes later, and a 17-year-old male suspect was arrested. Wendy's plans to close 140 U.S. restaurants before the end of this year, on top of the 100 it said it would close in May. But the company says those closures of outdated locations will be offset by the opening of up to 300 new restaurants across the U.S. In the final days of the U.S. election campaign, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump are traveling across the Midwest in their final attempt to court undecided voters. Making headlines now, former President Trump has suggested Republican Liz Cheney should be sent to a war zone where guns are trained on her face. Mitch McCann has more.
Kamala Harris is spending Friday rallying in Janesville and Appleton, Wisconsin, while Donald Trump is going to be in Warren, Michigan, near Detroit, and both will make appearances in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the evening. Mr. Trump made headlines again overnight during a conversation with the TV personality Tucker Carlson. He took aim at his Republican critic, Liz Cheney, over her foreign policy positions. The former president said, "Let's put her with a rifle, standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it." Ms. Cheney responded online by writing, "This is how dictators destroy free nations." National polling by the New York Times shows Kamala Harris with a 1% lead within the margin of error, while Donald Trump has a slight edge in the swing states, also within the margin of error. In New York, Mitch McCann, Salem News Channel.
Voters in the suburban Philadelphia County, Bucks County, had until 5 p.m. today to apply for and receive a mail-in ballot. The county has traditionally been an election bellwether. The court-ordered deadline is a 3-day extension, stemming from a lawsuit brought by the campaign of Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump, the Republican National Committee, and GOP Senate candidate David McCormick. The suit alleges that voters faced disenfranchisement when they were turned away by county application processing offices that had closed. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are hosting dueling rallies within 7 miles of one another tonight in Milwaukee, in a final push for votes in swing state Wisconsin. Now, let's check in with our White House correspondent Greg Clugston to hear how unions will play an important election role in neighboring Michigan.
All 3 Blue Wall states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, have deep ties to organized labor. But it's especially true here in the home of the big 3 automakers. Union voters have traditionally been a rock-solid base for the Democratic Party, but Kamala Harris failed to secure 2 key union endorsements that went for Joe Biden in 2020. Donald Trump has sought to capture union worker votes by slamming the vice president's support of electric vehicles and arguing he's the better candidate for rank-and-file workers. On the Blue Wall States Tour, Greg Clugston, Detroit.
The designs on the front of "I voted" stickers are attracting a lot of attention this year. Across the nation, we're seeing the winning designs from the U.S. Election Assistance Commission's national contest for the best "I voted" sticker. And don't forget to join us on Election Day for live, in-depth analysis and up-to-the-minute results. Now, let's check in with Ken Rosato for a preview of what to expect here on Salem News Channel.
Thanks, Haley. Oh, do we have a lot for you on election night. Please join us Tuesday. I'll be in Washington, D.C. in our Salem News Channel studios there starting at 8 o'clock. I'll be on through till 10:30. Lots of political pundits. We'll go state by state as the polls close in each location so you know how things are going. We'll see if we have some kind of a resolution. At 10:30, Jeff Vaughn joins us from our West Coast studios. We'll be together until midnight. Then Jeff takes it till 3 a.m. So there's only one place to be, Salem News Channel. Back to you, Haley.
Thanks, Ken. We'll see you on Election Night. In New York, I'm Haley Bianco, Salem News Channel.